What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it's all about classic bodybuilding. And right now I'm doing some cardio in the morning before the breakfast. I really love to do cardio for an hour nowadays because really, I am preparing for the Ironman guest posing on October 20th, so which is in a few weeks already. So I want to be in good shape on stage. And also, cardio before breakfast really amps up digestion. So if you're in the off season having trouble eating enough, trust me, doing those 30 minutes of cardio, even though you think, well, you're losing energy calories, don't you want to only build things? Yes, but you can build more things if your digestion is better and the absorption of food is better as well. So doing cardio in the morning definitely is something you should do. And after this, I'm going to show you the breakfast that I'll be eating. The breakfast will be the highest caloric intake of the day with most of the carbs. And after that, I'm going to show you the rest of the meals. I'm going to train chest and triceps today, so it's going to be, a lower carb day. On leg days, I have a higher carb day, so back days as well. But chest and triceps usually a little lower. Anyway, let me show you the breakfast. Alrighty, I'm back home now, about to make my breakfast. So let me show you the ingredients that go into my oatmeal bowl without oatmeal. So let me show you actually. So here we've actually got the bowl already prepared before going in the microwave. Added quite a lot of water, and here you can see it looks like oatmeal, but it's actually rice flakes, as you can see right there. Rice flakes, I really love them. They're a little higher in carbohydrates, but they're much lower in fat, as you can see, 2.7, where oatmeal is like 7 to 8 grams. So the energy, the calories is about the same. I also added some psyllium husks. I got a big bowl of this, put in 10 grams in here to make it even more consistent, because rice flakes don't really mix around with a lot of water. And the color obviously is from the cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon, to make sure that the toxins don't build up if you eat this every single day. So remember that. Also already put in some salt, Himalayan salt, and trust me, putting it in there will make it taste so much better after microwaving it. And here, after it's done, I'm going to add the Gladiator Isolate with more than 91 grams of protein per 100 grams in here. The isolate mixes perfectly with this. Of course, always going for the vanilla flavor. Go to becomegladiator.com because it's officially out right now. Check out the website, and thank you very much for making this happen. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put this in the microwave and show you the result. Putting it in the microwave for about 5 minutes, and when it's done with 5 minutes, I'm actually going to be adding some liquid egg whites, just some egg whites worth of 200 grams in there, and then mix it up again. Put it in the microwave for another 2 minutes, stir it up another 2 minutes, and then it is a lot more volume. So adding that 200 milliliters or grams of egg whites actually allows me to add a little less of isolate. So instead of 60 grams, I'll be adding 40 grams. The volume will be much higher, because these days are a little lower carbohydrate, because I want to get ready for the guest performance on October 20th, the Ironman. Go to the website, check out the description down below. If you live close by in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, make sure to check it out. It's an NPC contest where everybody can join to qualify for the William Bonek Pro qualifier in the Netherlands as well on November 23rd. Anyway, I'm going to show you that result of the rice flake meal right now. There it is. Just look at this, you guys. What do we have here? We actually have rice flakes of 70 grams. We've got cinnamon. We've got a lot of water. I added 550 milliliters, 200 milliliters of the liquid egg whites. On top, we have 15 grams of peanut butter. Actually, peanut butter with extra fiber added, has a little less calories. And 15 grams of Calabout chocolate, 80% pure chocolate, actually brings great pumps to the workout. We added salt throughout this, and we added 40 grams of whey isolate by my own brand, Gladiator Pro Sports. Check it out on becomegladiator.com. But anyway, I am going to enjoy this meal quite a lot, I have to say, and this is one of the most delicious meals of the day. Just a combination of the volume and the flavor all throughout the meal with the toppings on top. When you're doing low carb days, you will enjoy every single meal that has carbs a lot more. But I'll show you how to make meals even without carbs be very delicious. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this right now and show you the next meal. Alright guys, that first meal was delicious. Now it's about 2.5 hours later and it's time for the second meal of the day, which will be a white fish meal with some vegetables and some fats, but done in a delicious manner. So let me show you what it's all about. So first the protein. We already have this done. This is already done cooking. It's done and I've actually left the skin on. This is a halibut fillet, about 300 grams. I actually did this in the sous vide machine. And it's basically just cooking it at a separate temperatures, specifically for this halibut, which was around in between 50 and 60 grams Celsius. Added some spices, as you can see, some marination to make it delicious and to make it come out perfectly. I'm going to make a separate video about how I do this, but it's nice to have protein already done. Then we have some spinach, we have some lettuce. I know it's a little discolored, but it's just oxidation, just like when you put an apple in the fridge. You're going to get a little brown spots, but it's still good. We got some coriander here. And we've got some avocado for the fat. So I'm going to combine all of this with some dressing and show you what it looks like. So I actually added some celery as well for the crunch, because otherwise it's going to be nice, not too soft. I'm actually going to use a scissor to cut this up to make it easier to eat. So I'm literally going to cut this up like this. Using my left hand right now, which is not very nice. So I'm going to use my right hand with the camera off. And you see the end result. Right now I cut it up, added the salt and pepper, added the avocado, and actually added, this is going to be my dressing combined with the salt and pepper, is a very low calorie mayonnaise, basically 19 calories per 100 grams, which is going to be our own sauce as well, really available soon. But we'll mix this up and it's going to be nice, delicious, smooth at the crunch of the celery with all the benefits of the green vegetables. It'll be delicious. And then now I'm going to add the fish on top and show you what it looks like. Now this, guys, this is a beauty. 300 grams of halibut fillet. Trust me, you won't even notice the carbs aren't in this meal. This fish is perfectly flaky because of the sous vide machine effect. Basically, you vacuum seal the fish, cook it at a certain temperature for like 30 to 45 minutes so it won't possibly overcook. Add the marination, any spice you want. Then when it's finished, the next day you can take it out of the fridge and then just cook it on the skin, bake it on the skin like this. And you've got perfection. Time to enjoy this. And by the way, all the meals, all the macros are in the description. Okay, so we just had the second meal, and the third and fourth meals will be the pre and post workout meals, so they will contain carbs. There's 100 grams of rice in here, and obviously I'm adding the turmeric to give it the golden rice color, which is the secret. Also added some different Cajun spices to make it even more spicy. So this is the rice cooker pot. I'll be adding about 300 milliliters of liquid, so I like to put in 3 times as much liquid as there's dry rice in there, and that way you can actually achieve this right here. You turn whatever you put in dry times 3, so you need at least 3 times the liquid for that, or at least 2 times at least, you know, to have 2 times the liquid plus the weighted rice itself. But I like to add 3 just to be sure. And this is Uncle Ben's long grain rice. Trust me, this is one of the most amazing rice for rice cookers or rice in general. Soaks up all the water and stays nice and loose, which is what we like. You don't always get that with jasmine rice or something, so that's why I love this rice a lot. So I'm putting it in a rice cooker. You don't have to think about anything, just add the water, put it in, and wait for it to be done. Okay, so this is the rice that comes out. Look at this, how beautiful that is, how beautiful it looks. So this actually is going to be for the post-workout meal. That's about 150 grams cooked, and here's about 130 grams cooked, a little less for the pre-workout meal. I always like to put most of the carbs post-workout compared to the pre-workout meal. I'm gonna cut up cucumber right here, very easily to digest. Doesn't mess with the stomach, doesn't mess with the digestion process, because around the workout, you want digestion to be perfect. And right here, we have the fish that we're going to eat right now. Actually, this is codfish. Look at the perfect flakiness right here, because of the technique of cooking. So I'm going to add that. And also I'm going to use, of course, an avocado for the healthy fats to put one half in here, the other half in here, and then adding some salt and some spices, and I'll show you what it looks like. Boom, boom, boom. The next meal is right here. The golden rice has returned. We added some avocado. This is about 45 grams of uncooked basmati rice, by the way. The Uncle Ben's long grain rice you saw. We've got some 300 grams of cod fish with beautiful marination on top of it, perfectly cooked. Cucumber, avocado, and this is going to be my pre-workout meal, adding plenty of salt for an amazing pump during the chest and tricep workout. Let's enjoy. Alright guys, just got done working the chest. Pretty nice workout in a new muscle shirt by Vintage Genetics, V-taper, V-neck, nicely showing the muscles off. Anyway, I'm going to show you my post-workout shake, because this is a full day of eating, and then the post-workout meal, so let's take a look. So I actually put in 40 grams of whey isolate in here, along with about 2 grams of saline cinnamon. Again, the cinnamon is to improve insulin sensitivity, and it tastes great as well. Here you go, this is the Gladiator Pro Sports Whey Isolate. Truly amazing. And as you can see, here you can see the literal nutrition values. 91 grams, well 90.9 grams of protein per 100 grams, and that means more than 27 grams per serving of 30 grams. That's very, very high. Just trying to find another brand that isn't hydrolysate, which tastes horrible by the way, which is just an isolate. This tastes amazing, it is amazing, I'm very proud of the product. So yes, check it out on the website, becomegladiator.com. So this is basically to, when you're an advanced lifter, when you have more than average muscle mass, the literature simply states that the anabolic window becomes smaller and smaller. Now the anabolic window is kind of a bro science term, but all it means is that your muscle protein synthesis is increased after training, and the time shortens the more advanced you are, because it's more difficult to adapt to the workout, because the more muscle you have, the more difficult it is for your body to maintain it, to grow it. So when you're a beginner, the post-workout window doesn't really exist. You can eat whenever you want, basically, because it's heightened for several days. But when you're an advanced lifter, you need to take advantage right after the workout. So I take a whey isolate shake. The isolate means there's no fat in there, no lactose in there, so it actually absorbs. Because if you have a lactose intolerance, which most people have, you can cause bloating and gas in the intestines, which prevents the absorption of the protein, and you don't want that. So no lactose, no carbohydrates, no sugars, no fats, just the whey protein in high amounts, a high protein yield that you just saw, to be absorbed inside of your body right away, and then half an hour later I have my post-workout meal. So that's what I'm going to do now, drink this and then have the meal. Okay guys, so I'm going to get started on the post-workout meal. Let me show you what it is. So first we again have the fish. This is actually basa fillet, 300 grams. You can see the avocado right there. And I've also got about 55 to 65 grams of dry rice. You know, as you saw before, I had 100 grams of dry rice divided into 2 meals. I don't really count how much rice per meal it is, but I make sure that the post-workout meal has most of the rice compared to the pre-workout meal. There's already salt and pepper in this. Of course, the pink Himalayan salt. And what I also have is some vegetables, which I keep separate. The cucumber, because if you put this in a microwave, it's going to turn very watery. So I'm adding a cucumber on top of this meal like this. And then I've got a nice mix of crispy vegetables that are still nice and fresh with the microwaved rice and fish and avocado. Don't make them too hot, because if you make them too hot, it's not going to be very good tasting. And this I eat according to taste, to flavor. If it's not salty enough, if I feel like I can add a little more Himalayan salt, I will, because if I do that, then I will replenish the electrolyte balance more. Your body is very good at telling you how much salt that you need. So if something tastes too salty, you don't need that amount of salt. If it doesn't, and it's not a pizza or any pre-made food, if it's just a wholesome meal, then it's good for you, then the balance is good for you, and then there's not too much salt in there compared to how much fluid is in there. So yes, also drink enough water. This is entirely filled up. I will drink this about 15 minutes after the meal. First I want to have it digested, but anyway, I'm going to enjoy this meal. It's about 20 minutes after the post-workout shake right now, so it digests really easily, which is another benefit of Isolate. Sometimes if you take whey concentrate or another form of a whey complex, for example, it might actually sit in your stomach for longer, not allowing you to actually have a meal quite quickly after. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy this meal, and you will see me at the next. Alright guys, just got home and meal number 5 has just been made. Just some shrimps, some Brussels sprouts, and some cucumber with sesame oil, actually 10 grams of sesame oil. Very, very good and very tasty. Combined with the shrimps, it's like being in an Asian kitchen, an Asian restaurant. The smell in here is amazing. This is what it looks like. Look at that. You can see the Brussels sprouts, about 200 grams, 300 grams of shrimps, nicely marinated, and beneath is 100 grams of cucumber. So let's enjoy this. Alright, it's actually the next day right now. Meal number 6 would have been the last meal, and it was basically the same as meal number 5, but then with 250 grams of Nordic salmon. So there will be 250 grams of salmon, which has more fats to be absorbed more slowly throughout the night, as meal number 6 is my last meal. Also contains quite a lot of protein, the salmon does, healthy omega-3s. And then also with the Brussels sprouts, and I actually added some spinach as well to create a nice voluminous meal for me, so I don't actually go to bed hungry. And again, the reasoning for me not adding carbs to most of my meals, only the breakfast and the pre and post workout meal, is because I am actually prepping for the Ironman and Iron Maiden guest performance on October 20. That is actually 11 days from now, as I'm recording this at the moment. So I do want to represent a good classical shape on there without looking too much to be in off season. So that's my goal. But yes, I just want to thank you a lot for watching. That is kind of what I'm eating on a regular day right now. On a leg day, the oatmeal would be bigger. I would add at least 15 grams of extra oatmeal, and I will actually be adding a bit more rice on the leg day. So that will be the difference between all of the other days and the leg day itself. Because legs, they simply take up a lot of effort, a lot of energy. What you guys have also seen in this video is that I mentioned the site becomegladiator.com and of course the Gladiator Pro Whey Isolate. It is the first supplement that we are coming out with, and I'm so enormously proud, happy, and thankful that I'm able to do this, because it's literally my own brand, really. You know, the Gladiator brand already existed, so I'm partnering up with someone, but they are not at home in the supplement world at all. They left me with all of the freedom to put in the supplements whatever I think should be in there. So I'm the one who decides which flavors there are, which supplements there will be in general, what should go in the supplements. For example, we will be coming out with a pre-workout. Every single ingredient in there, I will be the one who tells them how much of each ingredient should be in there, which shouldn't be, and which should be in there, what the flavoring system is like. I'm the one tasting the samples. We've been doing that for many months right now. But without you guys, without your support, I wouldn't have been able to do this at all. So I just really want to thank you for supporting the channel, for supporting Vintage Genetics. It's just a dream come true to be able to make this my job, my daily job. You gotta imagine, I'm of course a competitive bodybuilder. My dream is to become the classic physique Mr. Olympia. But to be able to get there, you need to stay active in the sport or have a job besides a sport that actually gets you the income needed to achieve your goals. And I'm so very fortunate that with the coaching that I do, the nutrition plans, the workout plans, but also the clothing, the website vintagegenetics.com, and now the supplement website becomegladiator.com, that combination allows me to actually invest in traveling to different countries, go to expos. Whenever I have a show, we invest the money that is generated from these companies, from the videos, from the coaching, right into traveling to Las Vegas for the Mr. Olympia, to the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, to the Chicago Pro that I've been to all the other countries. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And, just check out the websites if you haven't already. It really would be just supporting me, and you can trust me that I'm doing my best to deliver the best quality ever, because it's my name and it's my credibility that's on the line if I don't deliver the goods. So again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.